Jayo Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jayo Gurudeva. गुरुदेव तुम्हारी जय जय हो, गुरुदेव तुम्हारी जय जय हो। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। श्यामा करो दया करो गुरु नित्यानंद, कृपा करो रक्षा करो गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरि बोल हरि 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 बोल, निताय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल। Let me offer millions of obeisance at the lotus feet of the Gurudev, Rupanu Guru Vargan, Anishta Santa Sipa Rajapakasa, Nagata Koti Dandavat Pranam, now present past future Vaishnavas at our Dandavat Pranams. Vancha Kalpataru Vyasya Kripa Sindhu Vacha, Patita Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Please forgive me for the delay because the our temple program just ended and so many guests there. So today is new moon day. From tomorrow is Purushottama Mas. So for 1 month till 15th of June. Meaning it's like new moon to new moon. Start from next day, new moon, and it ends on the new moon day. Um, 30 days. So 30 days is called Purushottama Mas. This is necessary to synchronize solar and lunar current. You might have a lot of questions, why the sun and the moon, Scientists speculate, but the moon, it is believed, or Shastras tell, it gives you rasa, strength, the taste, and all that to the vegetables, grains, everything. It imparts certain energy. The sun gives rise to photosynthesis. You know. In other words, he gives rise to gross thing, and the subtle taste, everything comes from the moon. So both are necessary. Uh, sun could not alone could do that. There is no photosynthesis during the moonlight, even though they might some experiment, but not much. It's not the major uh, thing. Sunlight gives the photosynthesis. We get oxygen, uh, then carbon dioxide is consumed, and the protein, the carbohydrate being generated, you know, from the green uh, and the light. So, um, two processes, but to synchronize them, their movement, you know, because we need calendar, like synchronize. It's like when you come from the west to the east or something like that. You have a um, flight, our time, internal time is something adjusted to the sun, but it takes time to track it, you know. That's why I need a few days before our internal clock synchronizes with the rising sun. Because where sun rising is different in different places. So, um, different techniques are there. If you actually fast, you don't sleep during on the flight, then it is very quickly you can adjust, you know. So things like that. So same way here. Now the importance is this month, extra month, is nishkama, meaning no fruitive activities. uh, uh, no satkarma is done. Karma activities expecting certain return, is not, and the Supreme Lord Himself is in charge. No devatas. uh, All the demigods are all sakama, meaning they give you limited, uh, fruits for that worship. Uh, some of them are also opposite. They might trouble you, but Supreme Lord is not like that. He is equal to all, and He brings auspiciousness to everybody with whatever intention you approach Him. Even if you want something mundane, fruits, no problem. You approach Him. Then by worshipping Him, what happens is He will purify those, you know. See, desiring things of this world huh, is actually is not auspicious. Why is that? Because it will not give us eternal happiness related to this body and the mind. And it is a temporary. So this will also be temporary. So there is no music. And it brings you the pain eventually. Because like we saw in the Chitraketu's story, remember the son, he did that, he was ruling the whole world, Saptadvipa. But he had no children, even though he had lakhs of 1 crore wives. He was very wealthy, everything. But he had no son. So he was miserable. And says Angira came, and because he had a desire, material desire, Sage understood that he is not ready to accept spiritual guidance. He needs to go through that experience. So he blessed him, all right, you want a child, you will have a child. He made arrangement. But he warned him, this child will bring happiness and also unhappiness. The sage told, he told the truth, but the king understood in what way? Oh, because you will have a lot of good qualities, you will bring happiness, and because of the wealth, you might bring unhappiness later on. So he was, yes, mm, the king was thinking like that, but the sage meant was he will die as a child. Will bring you because you have no son, will bring you a lot of happiness, and a child also will die, and you will become miserable, more miserable than before. So he did not understand that. But eventually he understood when the son and the baby was poisoned. Why they were poisoned? Because it says two things. Um, see, so many words, right? Uh, and they didn't give rise to any children. So they were unhappy in one sense, but the king had love towards them. So they were little happy with them, a little balanced. But when the child was born, king neglected them. He was showing too much affection for the child and the mother of that child. So these twins felt, uh, envious. And then later on, when the king was not taking care of them, uh, what happened was, uh, ಅಪ್ಪ ನನ್ನ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ಪ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ನನ್ನ ನಾಳೆ ನಾಳೆ ಮಾತಾಡ ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ತಾನೇ ಹೋಗೋದು ಆವ ಮಾತಾಡ ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ 9:15 ಬನ್ನಿ ಸೊ ದೇವರ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸೊ because of the enviousness, huh, uh, and it's increasing the enviousness, because they were not taken care of the king, neglection, and they also felt enviousness toward the uh, ಆಯ್ತು ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. So they, because of the enviousness, hatredness, rather hatredness, enviousness became hatredness, and then their intelligence became contaminated. With so their intelligence is not working, uh, destroyed. So because of this, their consciousness became very hard, like a stone. So they did not know now what is good, what is bad. So they gave poison to the child. How it happened. Um, then we all have to learn lesson from this hairstyle. No? So too much attachment to anything. So The queen, when she was very happily, oh, my child is, you know, sleeping nicely. But because it slept for a long time, she told nurse to bring child. Nurse went there when she saw that it died. She started crying, and the mother went there. She started crying, crying. The king came, and then he collapsed. So there was so much uh, crying there, and the king and the queen became like almost dead person because they could not handle. They could not believe that only child, so difficult it is dead. Uh, it was dead, only child that was dead. It was a shock, you see, shock in their life. They never expected. They never thought that it can happen like that. So this is what happens to generally to all of us. Like, see, when you get into an accident, you think you can plan for an accident. You don't know how it will happen. We are not prepared. See, we might do this study, that study, this study, that study. But for this kind of thing, when we when we are dying, or when the close by whom we love dearly, when they pass out, how to deal with it? There is no course. Understand? There is no training or anything. Only Srimad Bhagavatam, you know, um, and the Mahabhagavata's pastime. Their Harikatha can guide us, and the chanting 8 hours can guide us, can maintain our well-being, steadiness of our intelligence. You know, like see these queens, what happened? See, because their understanding was they are so much attached to the bodily consciousness. What they did, they killed equivalent to their own child, is it not? After all, king is the same. They could not take participate in the happiness. Hey, king is happiness. He is just like our son. We should be happy, right? No, they became envious, hatred. Their intelligence got lost, and finally their consciousness became what? So they became hatred of the child. See, started from the hatred of the mother and the king, and then the child. What the child did. You see how it can turn up. So, and we can say this is not a new thing. I'm sure you come across so many news. You know, mother killing a baby. I think a couple of years ago, he made a son. Actually, he's grown up, was 5, 7 years, 7 years old. Or so. In a hotel, cut into so many pieces, put it in the refrigerator, and then packing up, and then trying to take that pieces in a car. They notice some blood or something, followed, then caught her. But the court says, something linear. I mean, but whatever it is, bizarre, unthinkable things happening in this world. So it's all because of lack of association, lack of arikata, not listening to arikata, not receiving enough arikata, satsanga, lack of satsang. This world actually has everything, you know, there is no shortage of anything really, except shortage of, you know, harikatha, you know, right association. This is what. That's why all these things. So anyway, it was a shock, and then again they became like a dead person. They did not know what to do, what not to do, why this happened, why that happened. No. So then Angira, as the Narumuni came and then specifying the king and all others. So he's telling, O king, yourself, myself, and all these moving, unmoving things in this world, at the present time, looks like we are all together. Appears like that. So that before we took birth, we were never together. And after death, again, we are not going to be together. That's why even now think that we are not together. Ah, so these are all endless, like dream, not true. Of course, he might say, "What is this? Is Maya?" I say, no, it's not. What he's telling is, in reality, it is not true because this is not tricolic. It is there now. Next moment, it is different. Before, in one moment before, it was not there. So, what is truth? What is reality? Which exists in past, present, and future. Okay, what is going to exist? Past, present, and future. That's only reality. That is truth. So, right now it appears like that. That we are not denying it, but you should not take it as going to be there for me, you know, in future, or it was there in the past. So, like that. Lord is nirapeksha. He is not expecting anything. Now you might wonder, see this things question, why Krishna created all these things, so difficulty, this and that. See, created not for fun for him, okay? You know, the reason he created is giving us a chance to elevate ourselves. He's kind, is giving us an environment where we can play uh, and then make progress. What environment? The soul is there, the body is there. Okay, we are acting on the body, killing, destroying, changing the body and all that. But we are not doing anything to the soul. Soul cannot be destroyed or killed. So gradually, we are coming to the under. Krishna made arrangement, you know, especially like this Purushottam to make a quick, growth, awareness in a spiritual platform. You know. So he is very kind. I will tell you, you cannot find more merciful, magnanimous than Krishna, Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Impossible to find. They are always accompanying us. They never left us. In the past, present, or future, he never left us. We forgot them. We have forgotten that he is right now is with me. So this is our fault. There is no fault in him. So this is the point. As soon as we remember, he is always with us, and actually no damage was really done. He could not damage him. That's why Krishna says we are not the doer, you know, but we think we are the doers, you know. So it's amazing how he arranges things. So anyway, you did not create the Atma, he says. You did not create the Atma. So that's why you don't have any relation with it. This body has this birth activities, but not this Dehi Atma. That is eternal. So why you are worrying? Why you are crying necessarily? So like that. So then king, he was intelligent, he understood. Oh, he woke up. Oh, you both are, I don't know who you are, but you have come to save us. You were in ignorance. And like that, Angirasa is telling, O king, I came to give you spiritual knowledge before. Who are you? He's asking. Myself, the same sage who gave you the child, arranged for the child. At that time, I wanted to give spiritual instruction, but you are not ready to receive. You are so desirous of having a child. And now you understood having a child is brings you misery. You know. So now we are ready, so that's why we are giving you instruction. So Narad Muni is telling you, uh, I will give you instruct, so you will have audience of Ananta within a week, very short time. So saying, Devarshi Narada, by his yogic power, he brought that dead baby, you know, prince, dead prince. Uh, he called him. And Narada Muni is telling, oh living entity, let there be auspiciousness to you. See, your mother, father, relatives, They are all crying. They are suffering because of separation from you. So there was untimely death for you. That's why you still have your duration of life. Why don't you enter again and you spend your remaining time? See, Norman is telling, if you like, you can stay here. You can leave again and spend time with your friends, relatives, and then you can enjoy. You can become a king after your father, what father has established. Right? And he can be great king like your father itself. But Jivatma is telling, I see, Jivatma is telling, myself, because of my karmas, according to the previous activities, fruitive activities, I was a demigod, I was a tree, I was a human, I've been in all species of life. And these people whom they are claiming they are my father and mother, for which life they were my father and mother. This in time immemorial, endless samsara, the samsara pravaha, the flooding, samsara flooding. Ah, this flood. Gradually, one may be relative one time. Next time, you will be a enemy. Then next time, maybe a friend. Maybe next time, madhyastha, meaning outside he shows like a friendship. In inside is nothing. He is not. So, and because of this exchanging these objects of senses gratification, one will be a friend, enemy, or irrelevant, or disliking. Like gold, you buy gold, what happens? Then you sell it. It take a form of a ring, for example. You sell it, then it will be get converted. It will be melted, made into something else, goes into somebody's hand in a different form. So like that is going on. So we are moving on. Forget about the previous many lifetimes. Even in this lifetime itself, one living entity and another living entity, the relation is not eternal. You remember? One living entity, relationship with another living entity. Is it eternal? Yeah, it is not eternal. Then what to speak of previous lives? So, Jivatma, Jivatma, even though the father and mother, there is a relationship from the body, but Jivatma is eternal. You know why? This body can take birth. Uh, but not for the soul. There is no birth for the soul. The soul is free from that, saying I'm son of this person or a daughter of this person. The soul doesn't have that, uh, liking like that. So that's why being unhappiness for this is this. This Atma is eternal. Why? Because there is no destruction for the soul. It is very subtle and it has no free from birth and death. And it is self-effulgent. It doesn't need anything, any shelter. Even though all this, because of his own desire, uh, under the influence of the Lord's external potency, going through this. This Atma doesn't have something liking or disliking. Nobody is, dear to him or away different from him, not like him. But he is only witnessing all these things. The Atma, the the body's happiness or unhappiness are the fruits of the activities. It will not accept it. That's why you should not cry. Oh, Parikshit, this Jivatma telling like this, it left. Chitraketu, others, hearing the words of this boy, uh, they became astonished. And they gave up they had so much affection, friendship with the baby. They gave up and he was able to give up the suffering. Then Maharaj Chitraketu, he did whatever is necessary for the dead uh, baby, samskar and all that, according to the Shastra. Oh Maharaj, Maharani, the queen also Krutajiti, uh, the other queens who gave poison, they lost all their effulgence. But now they understood Maharshi Angirasa's word. The children, they become reason for suffering. So that's why they gave up the desire for having the children. Because understood, ultimately they will suffer. And they did through Brahmanas. the atonement for killing the baby, giving poison to the baby. So now, with the mercy of Nardmuni and Angirasa, very intelligent, this Chitraketu, his intelligence became very sharp. You know. It, uh, it awakened intelligent buddhi. Then so easily gave up the kingdom and all that. Imagine, he's not ordinary king. Sapta Deepa, seven Deepa. Just like how when, like an elephant, you know, is playing around in a lake, and then it comes out of the dirt uh, outside. Does not look back into the Sarovar. So, and then king went to take a bath and then came back, and Narad Muni instructed him how to worship Anantadev. Om Namastubhyam Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhimahi Pradyumna Niruddhaya Namah Sankarshanaya Cha Namo Vijnana Paramanandamurtaye Atma Ramaya Shantaya Nivruttadvaita Drushtaye. Pranayatmaka Lord, I am paying obeisances unto you. O Vasudeva, for pleasing you only, I am meditating on you in my heart. E Pradyumna, E Aniruddha, E Sankarsana. Dandavat pranams to you, O Chit Shaktiman. I pay obeisances unto you. Paramananda Murti, Atma Rama, Shanta, E Dvaita. Advitiya, Dvaita, meaning Advitiya. There is no one, there is no second to him. No. So, Dvaita meaning by taking it by his audience, the our differentiation, this that is different from this, that understanding will be destroyed. In other words, Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, thinking that they are different, that will go away. It's Advaya Jnana, one, but still appears Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, but still one, Brahma, Bhagavan, Paramatma. So I pay obeisances unto you. Oh, living entity is attached to this mundane world and he cannot touch you. So, Atmanandanubhutyeva Nastashakatya Murye Namaha Rishikeshaya Mahate Namaste Anantamurtaye. So, like that is Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahanubhavaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Sakala Sattvata Udanikara Kara Kamala Kutumalopalita Charana Yugala Parama Paramestin Namaste. O Rajan, Devasi Narada. So Chitraketu was surrendered to him. So he giving instruction, he went back to Brahmaloka. Angirasa Narada. So Chitraketu for 7 days he started chanting this mantra. Just for 7 days. Working. At the end of 7 nights, and he became ruler, supreme ruler of Vidyadhara. There is one kind of demigod, Vidyadhara. So he became a supreme ruler for them. That is because that is not the benefit of what normally instructed. It's a side effect. See, when we take a spiritual aspect, we also attain certain perfections. You should be very careful. You should avoid them or ignore them. So in this case, he became supreme ruler of Vidyadhara. Then after few days, mantra vidya. He did not stop. Suppose if he had stopped, oh, I became a ruler, this, that, then that's it. Ah, he, he'll be enjoying that tendency and then he will fall down. But Chitraketu did not do that. He continued. And then finally, Devadi Deva, Ananta Deva, he, he was he took shelter, the audience of Ananta Deva. Parikshit, Chitraketu saw Bhagavan Sankarshan, Sanat Kumara, you know, he's in the middle of all these sages. He was a golden color. He was wearing bluish clothes. Virata Mukut, is big, Rajamundra, all very nicely decorated. And he was smiling very sweetly. And the eyes are little pinkish color. By his darshan alone, Sankarshan's darshan alone, Chitraketu's all the sins were destroyed. His inner antakara, you know, became pure, and he situated in his Swarupa city. His consciousness became pure and he attained his Swarupa. And because he was so much happy, his hairs were standing high and eyes, the tears were coming out. Happy. He was so happy. and he became peaceful and very gambhir. And with so much devotion, he paid obeisances to Sankarshan. Because so much love and affection, he could not say anything because he choking up for a long time. Then, but through his intelligence, controlling his mind and his senses, and he attained again this speaking thing. And through Narada Pancharatra Brahma Samhita, through Bhakti Shastra, what he describes, Sachidananda Vigraha, he started glorifying Sankarshan. Chitraketu is telling, O Ajita, unconquerable. Even though you're unconquerable, but you will be still conquered by the sages, devotees. Why they take you under their control? Huh? The reason is because you are so kind. One who does bhajan with nishkama, without any motives, do bhajan without any motives, just to serve. You become, you offer yourself. In one sense, you keep your devotees control. Oh Bhagavan, these words, utpatti, meaning this word generating, this word, you know, taking, appearing, or this world, how it is produced, how it is maintained, how it is destroyed. These are all your, Leela Vilas. You are the real creator. So, like that, he is praying to Anantadev. And he is telling, even if your name is heard, even one time, even a Chandala, other most worthless person become liberated. So, Then Anantadev was very pleased with his prayers and he is telling, O king, Devarshi Narada and Maharshi Angira, whatever they instructed about me, with that instruction and by my darshan, you have become perfect. You have attained all the perfection. Myself, Stavara Jangamatmaka Praniyati. See, Lord is telling amazing thing. Myself, all this living and no, moving and non-moving, living entities, the form, I myself. I am the all of the Atma of everyone. I only maintain all these living entities. Shabda Brahma and Parabrahma, both are Nityan Sanatan. They both are his eternal body. Parabrahma, Shabda Brahma and Parabrahma. See, Shabda Brahma and Parabrahma is the body of the Lord. That's why the name is not different from him. Anantadev is clearly telling this. Shabda Brahma and Parabrahma, both are in eternally Lord's body. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasized this chanting. Harir Nama, Harir Nama eva kevalam kalau nastaiva, 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 gatiramyata. That's why these Purushottamas, one should concentrate on chanting more, you know, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Shabda Brahma. Bhagavatam is also Shabda Brahma. Name is Shabda Brahma. By hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Brut Bhagavatam, pastime from the Lord. What it does is, it enables us to chant more. Ah, okay. You know, enables us to serve this Shabda Brahma more and to associate with Shabda Brahma more and more. See, that's what it does. And by doing more and more Shabda Brahma, we also like to hear Srimad Bhagavatam more and more, more deeply. We want to go deeper. You should not think Bhagavatam is just one level. There is no end to it. You know, so much is there. You can mine it and you will still get even more and more precious things out of it. You know, never end up, run out of it. In this Bhogyatmaka Prapancha, enjoying worldly world, Atma भोक्तृत्व रूप में is, is you know, there. In Atma, this world is Bhogyatma Rupa. These two The reason is I myself is the reason for this. He's giving you one example. you know, Like a person when he's deeply sleeping, now deep sleep, then he is deeply sleeping, deeply. uh, Then what happens? You will see far away mountain, river, forest. He's seeing himself. He's not going towards the mountain or the lakes or anything, but he is deeply sleeping. But within himself, he observes all these things. Then, when he gets up from the sleep, from the dream, then again he understands that he was sleeping in one of the corner. Same way, when we are awakened state, this identification of this buddhi, intelligence, these are all Maya, Paramatma, Maya. That's why in these living entities, the humans, very deep sleep or dreaming or awakened state, move the root who is Paramatma. He, these things will not touch him, and he is witness, and he is also Antaryami. So we have to remember like that. See, one thing is the living entity when he was sleeping, Supta was deep sleep. He he experiences some happiness is beyond the senses. The senses is not working, is it not? Deep sleep, his senses is not working, but he feels some happiness. So what is that? Myself is the Sarva, all pervading Parabrahma. This you understand this. So is hmm, and finally is telling, and Lord is telling, Anantari, one who considers himself expert in these mundane karma activities, who feels I'm expert in these things. huh? then what happens? That human, that will result will be opposite. The the soul, Atma, is beyond this awakened, you know, dreaming and deep sleep. Yeah, that's why, oh, awakened by discrimination, this world and then paralokika, desire to attain these objects, and giving up that, being pleased with what you have. You engage in bhajan. So, O king, you become unattached to all these things and very focused. You accept the words and filled with knowledge and then realize knowledge. Very quickly you will attain me. So, giving like this instruction to Chitraketu, Lord Ananta, he disappeared. Giving it. So, remember, all this happened because of what? Chitraketu. Uh, um, so he's further describing uh, Shuka, Parikshit Maharaj, Anantadeva, he disappeared. Anantadeva disappeared in some direction. So Chitraketu paid obeisance to that direction. And then he was going in the, because he is Vidyadhara, had all seen this, he was traveling in the sky. And for lakhs of years, Sumeru, there is Sumeru Parvata. You cannot see that, uh, but it is there. In the case of that, he, he started moving around. Our Siddha and Charana, they were glorifying him. And Vidyadhara, see, he was making all the Vidyadharas, ladies, everybody, to do Harinam Kirtan. And he was very very happy. So he was making Harinam, all these gatherers. One day he was traveling. The Lord Vishnu has given a Vimana, the aeroplane. And he saw that Devadi Deva, Mahadev, in the assembly of the sages, he was sitting there. And he keeping Parvati Devi on his lap. And he was hugging her also. And he went near them in his aeroplane. And then very strongly started laughing. And is very loudly. So Parvati Devi can hear. Chitraketu telling, oh, Sakshat, local Guru, you are the Guru of the entire world. Among the foremost, uh, and then, and he is the speaker of Dharma, Sakshat Dharma. But how astonishing is that today in the assembly of the sages, he is embracing his wife and is sitting there. Please look at it. Jatadari, he has long hair. Huh? Not very effulgent. How he is without any shame, just like a mundane human in the big assembly, he is hugging his wife. Ordinary people with their wife in their privately they might sit and like that, do like that. But here, Naistika Brahmachari, Adipati, Mahadev. Mahadev is the leader of Brahmachari, Naistika Brahmachari. And he is so great tapasvi, and he is sitting, taking his wife on his lap. So Sukadeva Goswami is telling, O king, Bhagwan Maheshwara, his knowledge is unlimited and then very deep. So hearing this Chitraketa's words, he was not disturbed. He just laughed and still he became quiet. And his people in that meeting, in that assembly, because the Shiva was quiet, was keeping mum, they also did not say anything. But the Parvati could not keep quiet. Ah, you know. So he could not tolerate. Oh, he does not know Lord Shiva's greatness. So his thinking is even higher than Shiva or Jitendriya. You know. So he became very angry. And Parvati is telling, oh, now we are opposing, huh? And you want to teach us, instruct us. Brahmaputra, Bhrugu, Narada, Rishi, Gana think they don't know the Dharma. Sanat Kumar, Manu, Kapila. So, and you want to stop Lord Shankara. The Brahma and all these devatas, they meditate on the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. This Chitraketu must be lowest, and he is instructing Lord Shiva. So, you have to be punished. Oh, Durmati, oh, unfortunate one, filled with bad mentality. You take a birth in the sinful, demonic lineage. By this, you will not do any offenses to the sadhus. So, Parvati cursed him. You take a birth in demonic family. So, but what did Chitraketu did? He did not become angry or anything. He was not upset. He got down from his plane and then lowering his feet, lowering his head, and he started pleasing them. Chitraketu said, oh Ambike, oh Parvati. Another name for Parvati is Ambike. Ambike, whatever you have cursed me, I will accept it with my folded hands. She was not upset. This is the greatness of Vaishnava, Chitraketu. That's why he's in the Bhagavatam, you know, great personality. He was not upset. He took folded hands. I accept your curse. The demigods, depending upon the human's previous birth, all the karma, you know, karma phala. According to that, they give you happiness and distress. The demigods are giving. So the jiva, living entity, is covered by this avidya. Avidya meaning what? The main thing is forgetting Krishna. So he is, he is, he is moving around in this samsara, in this world. When it's covered by this avidya, then what happened? At all time, because of the previous activities, karma, he feeling happiness and distress. Oh Deva, oh Devi is telling, the way you cursed me, there is no fault of mine or yours. See, this is amazing. How Chitraketu, see, Parvati cursed him, but he is saying, it's not your fault or mine fault. It's not mine either. Because it's the previous karma's fruit. This is amazing what Chitraketu is telling. We have to meditate on it. In this world, in this samsara, one who experiences the happiness or distress, who is, who is the root cause of that? That one who brings happiness or distress is not a human being himself, or other friend, or enemy. What is the root is ajnana, ignorance. Because of the ignorance, human being thinks that myself or others are the root or cause of this happiness or distress because of ajnana only. We ascribe, oh, I'm suffering because of this, of somebody else or myself, or happiness because of myself or somebody else, like that. So both are wrong because we are saying that because of the ignorance. Then what is the real reason? This samsara, maya maya. This samsara is like a flooding. Maha, maya maha. So in this one, what is cursing? What is blessing? What is the thing that you go up to the heavenly planet and you fall from the heavenly planet and then again go to the hellish planet? What happiness or distress? In all of this, there is no real the Sattva. One and only Lord, true only one and only is that supreme Lord. Through his external potency, uh, he brings out this living entities. He creates living entities. Uh, he himself Mayas, the external potencies, Amshabhut, through ignorance, he creates this prison, like getting in prison. And through knowledge, he also liberates them. And through Sattva through happiness, and through mo- Rajoguna, passion, he gives you suffering. So, Bhagavan, Lord is all the living entities. He is equal to all living entities. And there is nothing like one is very dear to him or not dear or relative or external or one is belong to himself. He is detached. In his happiness, there is no anuraga. Then in him, how this can happen? Still is unattached. That's why by his Maya Shakti Dwara, through his external potency, he creates this sin and then good qualities creates. Then for all living entities, happiness, distress, auspicious, inauspicious, imprisonment, liberation, birth and death, he has made up this. So in reality, Gunamaya is Jiva's karma phala, according to the karma phala. Punya papadi, it creates a Bhamini. Say, Chitraketu is a Bhamini. Without any reason, you became angry. I do not pray for freeing to free me from your curse. See, sometimes if someone curses someone, usually we see they also pray, please forgive me. Make me a way how to get out of the cursing, right? So yeah, uh, Chitraketu, he is not praying. He said, I'm not going to pray to free from your curse. This happiness and distress, it comes according to one's karma. And my speaking, even though it's yukti yukta, it is all logic thing. But if it appears not proper, then I will ask forgiveness from you. See, bah. Oh, see, this is the great of Chitraketu. Then Sukadeva Goswami is telling, oh, Shatrudhaman Parikshit, this way, Chitraketu, he pleased Shankara and Parvati. and he left that place. uh, he flew somewhere else. But hearing the curse, Chitraketu, he was not disturbed at all. He was not feeling very, fear. He was not feeling any. See, when somebody curses you, you born in a demonic family. See, become fearful and all that. He did not feel anything. Undisturbed. Ah, a great quality. So seeing this, Shankara and Devi Parvati, they were amazed. And after this, Bhagavan Rudra, uh, Devashi Daitya Siddha, in front of everybody, he told, Hey Sundari, oh beautiful one, Alaukika, transcendental Leela, God, Bhagavan Sri Hari, you know, he is the servant of the servant. Chitraketu is servant of the servant. And, and is the great of the greatest sages. See, now you see, he doesn't have even a trace of enjoying tendency to become happy with the Vishaya Sukha. He doesn't have a trace of it. One who is serving in this, one who is engaged in the service of Lord Narayan, in any stage, he will not become fearful. And he keeps whether the Swarga, meaning heavenly planet, or liberation, or hellish planet. He keeps in the same feeling, the same power. Only by Lord's illusory potency, the living entities become get relation with the body. And that's why this happiness, distress, birth and death, sin and blessing, like this, they attain these dualities. See? Only through external potency of Maya, external potency of the Lord, the living entity, they attain relation with this body. The Atma has no relation with the body, yet we get the relation because of the illusory potency of the Lord, Maya. And because of this, we experience happiness, distress, birth and death, sin and blessing, all this duality. Because of ignorance in the dream, we get the knowledge of happiness and distress. And because of illusion, uh, bewilderment, even when we are awake, we feel we see the like a rope, yes, a snake, uh, like this. In the happiness and distress, uh, Guna dosha, the thinking of guna and dosha, good qualities and then bad one. It is happening because of this Veda Buddhi. One who is having a Bhakti Parayana with Vasudeva, so he will be Jnana Vairagya. He will be filled with this Jnana, renunciation and knowledge. In this samsara, he will not get attracted or be distracted. Oh Devi, myself, Brahma, Sanakadi Rishi, Narada Rishi, Devendra, no one, we cannot understand Lord's secret of his pastimes. One who is Sri Hari's part and parcel and who thinks that thinking himself is independent, how he can understand his own Swarupa? So, for Lord, there is no one dear, or there is no not dear, not in, there is no one his own or outside. And he is in the all living entities, Antaryam, indwelling, and then bringing auspiciousness to everyone. And that's why he is very, very dear to everybody. So, oh Priya, oh dear one, and Chitraketu is very dear to such Lord. He is Ragadvesha Shunya. He is unattached. He is attachment or detachment. He is free from that. All living entities have equality. And he is very dear to Lord Narayan. So that's why the devotee of the Lord, he sees all the living entities, some of them equal, he is peaceful. Mahapurusha. So there is nothing astonishing about this. Sukadeva Goswami is O king, Parama Puja Shiva. So Param Bhakta Chitraketu actually he was capable of cursing Parvati Devi if you wanted. He was capable, but he did not do it. And he accepted a curse on his head. This is the greatness of the tzhh. Wow. All glories to Chitraketu. King Chitraketu. Mata Bhavani, huh? Because of the curse of Bhavani, Parvati, Chitraketu, he took shelter of the demoniac. Yeah. So he appeared from the Twasta Rishi, Dakshinana Yajna. So his name became Rutrasura. So he is the one, the Chitraketu, because of the curse from Mother Parvati, he appeared as Rutrasura. He was complete with Sambandha relation and realized he was complete. O king, you asked me before, you asked me, remember, Bhagavad Bhakta, Rutrasura, why he appeared in this demonic family, and then how he has so much faith in the Supreme Lord, even though he was demonic, you know, but still, so Mahatma Chitraketu, this most auspicious Mahima Ityas. So that person who listens to this astonishing pastimes of Chitraketu, 1 year from the devotees of Vishnu, you become free from the imprisonment of samsara. Ya etat prata vruttaya shraddhaya vagyatah patet ityasam harim smutva sayati paramam gatim. That person in the morning, getting up early, controlling its speaking and remembering the Lord. So we pay obeisances at the lotus feet of Chitraketu, Narada Muni, Lord Shiva, Parvati, and all great sages for this wonderful pastime of Chitraketu. That's why, if we remember this pastime, we attain the highest. So, Vancha kalpatarubyascha kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Now, a few words, I think it's getting late, but regarding if you have some doubt, what can be taken, what cannot be taken tomorrow, from tomorrow for a month, right? The, for example, there's all kinds of rice. Which kind of rice we can take? Rice is allowed, but what kind? Which? Normally, rice takes 5 months. Normal rice, for putting seeds and. But there is some rice, like I've seen, 3 months they get the crop, 2.5, 3 months like that. So that kind of rice you cannot take. So which has a naturally grown. long, 5 months duration. So you get the idea inside, in the inner part of it, because it is how it was supposed to be, but human manipulated, like genetics and all that, but it's always so like that. And then radish. Radish is allowed. Again, in radish has got two kinds, white and red. Red you cannot take. White you are allowed. No honey. Huh? And so uh, one time prasadam take. Morning if you like you can take some fruit or milk or something. Afternoon or evening. Then night if you like some fruit like that. Light. Huh? And then chant more and listen to Bhagavatam. So from tomorrow, I'm thinking maybe every day, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I have Sunday, the Kannada class, right? But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, Thursday is our class, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, um, we can do Bhagavatam or do Bhagavatam, something like that. Complete. Uh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? 4 days. Then again, Friday is my class in Hindi or Bengal people. So Saturday again is our class. Sunday is again Kannada, our local people. So like that, I'm willing, and it will be a good thing for me also. You know, because like you can see in this Chitraketu pastime, there's so much we can understand here, meditate on for our own. So, and among the what you can take tomorrow, dal, okay, rice, barley you can take, wheat also, barley, and the dal only moong dal, and uh, the greens, leaves, vegetables you can take, common one. you know. Vegetables like potatoes, sweet potato, pumpkin, uh, then no red chilies, no green chilies, only black pepper, pipli, you know, uh, agarak, ginger, uh, like that, and no oil preferably. If you can have a pure cow ghee, that is okay. Otherwise, avoid ghee or oil. You don't fry vegetables. You can cook it. Don't fry in the oil. That is not so simple. 1 month. Okay, it's not a long thing, but I will tell you, this will by the time we finish by the end of the month, you'll be more healthy. Okay, you'll be more healthy because this we are avoiding the oil. We have so much bad oil in our body. It will all come out. Um, so you feel much more healthy and then very peaceful. Mentally also you'll be very peaceful. And Nishkama. Now, how to understand Nishkama? You know, no, because Lord is there. He's not a, he's taking over all the demigods. So it's only Nishkam, you know. So what you are doing all the activities to the Lord, even with some mundane, desires, Lord will purify. See, there's a trick. Lord will purify us. you know. So this sakama turns into nishkama, and we cannot do any offenses because He will not take it. So much great progress we can make. So we actually pray and then do deepa, right? Do deepa, with the ghee or sesame oil. Sesame seed oil you can use for deep, but not for cooking. So, or castor oil if you don't get these two. If you don't get any of these, you do in your mind also. Not relaxed. Okay. So, you see, so it's very simple, but I will tell you amazing, amazing benefit in that. So we pray, Lotus feet of Srila Gurudev, please empower us uh, to follow this very rare opportunity, this Adhika Maas, Purushottam Maas, to make progress in bhakti. Vancha kalpataru vyascha kripa sindhu vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. No mustard or oil or like that. Like Kartik, no tomato, no, like that. So very easy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Dandavat Pranam. Sorry for the delay. Please,
Dandavat pranams, Gurudev. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna
Dandavat
Krishna, Hare
pranams.
Hare.
Dandavat Pranam
Ram
Gurudev.
Gurudev.
Dandavat Pranam Gurudev. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Dandavat. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna.